Salute, men. It's your brother BBD here. Beautiful, noisy, rush hour morning here on the Detroit River. It's a busy road. Gotta edit out the cars. And today, I'm gonna make a video entitled Alpha King of One. Man's Superpower. Masculine Transmutation. So stay tuned and let's start the show. Bad Boy D TV. Anybody who's seen my videos knows I normally go for night walks. Today I'll go for a morning walk. Have a cigar, my mini cigar. I'm gonna link an interesting video at the bottom. It's the tobacco conspiracy from Mia's New Pair of Glasses, which is an excellent channel. I really enjoy her content. It's called the Tobacco Conspiracy. Check it out. Take the info with a grain of salt, but it's an interesting perspective. So, Alpha, King of One, man's superpower, masculine transmutation. Gonna give a shout out to Coach Greg Adams, because he promotes the free agent lifestyle. He has excellent content. If you haven't checked him out yet, make sure you subscribe, Coach Greg Adams. Also, Black Ram 313, I think his hashtag is Passport Gang. Those are all great principles to have if you're gonna be an alpha, king of one, and make the best of your man's superpower and masculine transmutation. Basically, guys, you gotta become a king by your own hand. There's a lot of queens out here, a lot of so-called queens. There ain't enough men calling themselves kings, and there are not enough kings in this world. And yes, you have to become a king by your own hand. It won't be handed to you. You have to fight for it. You want to answer to as little amount of people as possible, preferably none. The only two I really feel I answer to in this world is, well, just one, basically, the Most High Father above himself. And I do answer to my Father to obey him, because he says obey your father and mother. That should always be the case. I know there's certain circumstances that could prevent you from doing so, and to each their own in that regard. But do any men anymore actually consider themselves kings? Do you consider yourself a king? Compared to the beta cuck soy boys in this world, I certainly consider myself one. Because yeah, man, we have all kinds of scallywag women out here. Shout out BOA for the term scallywag. All kinds of them call themselves queens. And it's usually the dirty, trash-feeding ditch pigs that call themselves that. I'm a queen. In my opinion, the only way a female is gonna reach queen status is if she is with a king, a man who can truly be considered a king, and helps him along his journey. It's a cool dog. Helps him along his journey and is an assistant. A queen is an assistant to the king. Sure, in her matriarchy, she can make orders to the underlings, say children. In my opinion, and I always get flack on this, the queen is subservient to the king. So getting back to what makes a king is made by his own hand. And it's basically, you create your own kingdom. But a king is the one that takes as little orders from others as possible. As I was getting at, he takes pride in his appearance and stature. Doesn't tolerate disrespect. That was something I got into a small debate with somebody, that you have to pick your battles. You can't tolerate all kinds of disrespect, but you do have to pick your battles. Just shout out to Professor MGTOW. He made an excellent video on the Pablo spirit, which I'm assuming is referring to Pablo Escobar. It's basically the spirit inside someone that you have no idea what their potential is. So you gotta be intelligent about it. You don't tolerate disrespect, but you can't let your emotions get the best of you. You have to be calculative and assess the situation. Because you never know who knows who, or who has a gat. You know what I mean? You create your own kingdom that you're in charge of. Not being relegated to a man cave by a woman. Your house is your kingdom. Your domain is your kingdom. Your consciousness is your kingdom that you're the king of. And you rule over it with an iron fist. You try to be your own boss. You try to be assertive in situations. Make the right choices. Be the leader. And there's a big lack of that leadership, king, frame of mind, and mentality in this soy-ciety. I coined that term, shout out myself, soy-ciety. You just add a Y in the word. And you try to keep stress to a minimal as much as possible. Being a king certainly can be stressful. You do have to make some pretty important decisions. And when you're on your purpose, sometimes getting projects or certain things done, time is of the essence. A king is never afraid to delegate. Work smarter, not harder. And you delegate things to people when you can. That is very important. But you work just as hard as them. You just take some of the load off yourself so you can move forward to other things. Just as important. Make the process quicker. Because I actually don't like the term work smarter, not harder. I like the term work smarter and harder. Makes you get the shit done in as efficient and perfect of a process as possible. I've always been a multitasker. And anybody who says that multitasking isn't an efficient way of working, obviously doesn't know how to do it properly. Have you ever met people, hopefully you're not one of them, that can't talk and work at the same time? They just can't talk and work at the same time. I can just work away and talk at the same time. Some people have to stop everything they're doing just to talk. So I assume they're not good multitaskers. Basically what I call multitasking is killing several birds with one stone. Not just two birds, several birds. Kill a whole flock of them motherfuckers with one of your kingly stones. I'm constantly refining the way I do work to make it as efficient as possible. It's constant adaptation. It's fantastic for your brain because the kings that just let everybody else do all the work and don't get their hands dirty and don't lead by example, they're the ones that become fat sloths and don't live very long, and they're poor excuses for kings. So ultimately, they're not really kings. And that's why I'm such a huge proponent of NoFap and sexual transmutation. Retaining that seed. Oh yeah, you let it go sometimes. You just don't let it go on a daily basis. I retain it as much as possible. I'm a ridiculous example. But men, you should practice keeping that in. Amazing the results you get. I'm just used to it, but now you get used to it over time, but it goes away. You don't know what you got till it's gone. It's pretty magical. No offense to the Most High Father, I don't really like the term magical. Because a lot of great men practice transmutation. Always the first one that comes to mind is Nikola Tesla. He was MGTOW before MGTOW was even a thing. There was even an old newspaper article where they interviewed him about why he decided that he would never marry. And look at all the incredible stuff Nikola Tesla did. It's almost as if the controllers suppressed his history and everything he did. Maybe they didn't want men to get on to something and know something that they don't want you to know. They'll make you become a king. There's some debate about the marriage thing and stuff like that, and I don't believe that with a bride you have to go to an altar, get all the paperwork done. Why do we have to live by these society's rules? Why can't we just take on our own brides and let them go if they don't suit us anymore? A king makes his own rules. He doesn't live by society's rules. And something I neglected to mention when I was talking about Nikola Tesla. He was starting to see the trend. He was starting to see feminism rise. Because in that article, he was talking about how women want to play sports like men. Women want full-time jobs like men. Women want to run businesses like men. So basically, why would I want to marry a man? And it's true. Men were the hunters and providers. You don't want to be a beta male provider. And women are the nurturers. We give a woman seeds. She'll plant a garden for you. We give a woman our seed. She makes a baby for us. And it's true, the dynamic is way off. Men are basically just marrying men, just without the genitalia. And we wonder why society is crumbling down. Because when the feminine vibration is aligning with the male vibration, and the man's on his proper male vibration, the female's on her proper female vibration, that's when you actually have a chance to be considered a king, and she might have a chance to be considered a queen. The vibrations are all off, nothing's resonating together, men are taking more female roles, and just look at the indoctrination, that's what they want. Once in a blue moon, I don't watch TV, but I'll pass by a TV and I'll see just some of the sitcoms that they have still playing on TV. The one with Jim Belushi and the other fat dude, and they're all feminine fat dudes seeking the approval and validation of their wives. And whenever I see it, it's almost like watching metaphorical estrogen exude from their bodies and mouths. It's terrible. Put on your red pill glasses, as I like to call them. Just like Roddy Piper and They Live, and see through the deceptions. So that's part of being a king too. Until we come up with a better, more appropriate term, it's gonna be red pill. That's what it is. And not just taking the red pill, but living the red pill lifestyle. Sticking to those morals and values is what makes you a king. Because I will shout out my favorite content creator, BOA, Book of Alpharonomy, and he, just like me, really promotes keep stress as low as possible. And I love the term he used, is self-preservation. It's all about self-preservation, man. That's what your life's all about. Sure, life isn't the most pleasant sometimes, but you want to live through it in the most healthy, efficient, masculine way as possible. And shout out one more time to BOA, because he was talking about the pills too, and where he comes up with this stuff. It's amazing. The guy's amazing. That the blue pills are stronger than the red pills. If you swallow the red pill, but you keep swallowing blue pills along with it, they will overpower the red pill. The red pill's time released, but can easily be overpowered by the blue pills. So don't swallow them blue pills and let the time release wonderful red pill do its job. Because fuck red pill rage. Life is so much better when you're truly red pilled and you're truly a masculine king. I wish you prosperity and blessings, men. Don't forget to check out my latest video right there. Check out another cool video right there. I'll drop another one right there. And subscribe down yonder. I'm out of here. Peace.